The QHSES Leadership Academy hosted its 4th annual Leadership Reboot event at the Adeyemi Bero Auditorium in Alausa, Ikeja. The event, held in commemoration of Nigeria's 64th Independence Day celebration, featured a series of thought-provoking lectures on leadership. Mrs. Olubumi Fabanwo, Chairman of Lagos State Civil Service Commission, highlighted the significance of leadership at all levels of society, from homes to schools and workplaces. She urged parents to cultivate leadership qualities in their children from a young age.
The ability to inspire and influence others is a critical part of leadership. Research has therefore proven that command and control method of leadership is really effective. Choice. It's a matter of choice. It's a matter of understanding that leadership is important. And as I said during when I was speaking, leadership is at all levels. From the time when we are young, from our primary schools, our secondary schools, our tertiary institutions, in our homes also, you can easily show and display leadership qualities. So I think it's up to us parents to ensure that we imbue leadership in our children, even in the universities and all. So I think it's a choice we make. It's a choice we have to make as parents and also as mentors, the choice we need to make.
Engineer Jamiu Badmos, Jagaban of Safety, the convener and visionary behind the academy, emphasized that true success lies not in material wealth, but in the positive impact one can make on others. He stressed the importance of empathy, a positive mindset, and collaboration in effective leadership.
Success isn't how much money you are able to gather. Success is all about how many people you touch their lives, how many people you put smiles on their face. That is what basically led to the origin and establishment of QHSES Leadership Academy, Quality Health, Safety, Environment, and Sustainability Leadership Academy. And Leadership Reboot is one of the products of that academy. We also have another product, Sustainability for Orphanage, where we change orphanage, we change their face off, where the orphans can live very well. Not just giving them biscuit, giving them indomie. No, we go there, we do safety assessment, check areas that they have problems, and fix it. With this construction work, we do it. With this painting, we paint it, and plant flowers, because we are sustainable people. People need to change their mindset. Our mindset has a lot of roles to play in making sure that this is who you are, this is who you are not. In Leadership Academy and in this Leadership Reboot, we are saying leadership beyond borders, where you are going to have 3 critical mindsets for you to survive anywhere in the world. First mindset, unbreakable mindset. You believe I have focus, I focus on what I'm doing, I have a purpose, and I follow the purpose very well. Any distractions don't affect me. The second one is collaborative mindset. You cannot do it alone. Don't do alone, do alone. Work with people and you deliver and become VAP, value adding personality. Leave the VIP alone, because VIP means you'll be arrogant eventually. This life is not about arrogance. And the last one is customer-centric mindset. If I know that, look, I must take care of you because I'm also a customer. You must have empathy. One of our problems is people don't have empathy. And that's what leadership Reboot is trying to change the mindset of the people towards all this type of, knowledge and skill gap. So when you are a graduate, you can use some of the knowledge you are trained to get good opportunity. Lifelong skills you have, employability skills you have, and you become great. And that is where we are.
Dr. Enobong Ezekiel, Head of Strategy and Transportation of NACO Aviation, underscored the need for leaders to possess a global mindset, problem-solving skills, ethical conduct, and innovation.
The whole idea, because when you look at a theme like leadership beyond borders, what you're invariably saying is, how do you empower the leaders to think not just within their space of fare, their local content, but begin to have a mindset of thinking globally? Because at any point in time, the organizations that they work can decide to go global. But are they prepared? Are they ready for that state? So it's about a mind shift change, mindset change. if you understand what I mean. So that's basically, what I was trying to do. If you're going to have a mindset change, are you having a mindset change as it involves the cultures around you? Do you have a mindset change to be able to handle the global effect of the kind of market that you'll be placed in, the kind of people that you'll be talking to? As a leader, are you empathetic? As a leader, what's your social and emotional intelligence like? As a leader, are you ethical? As a leader, are you problem solving? Are you innovative enough as a leader? So that's basically what it is.
She emphasized the importance of thinking outside the box and adapting to challenges.
I believe very sincerely that, like I said when I was on the stage, you can't give what you don't have. If you are a restricted leader, then you are not a leader. You are not. That is why the theme is beyond borders. There is a reason why the theme is leadership beyond borders. You can't be restricted and still be calling yourself a leader. I agree when in some organizations, people tend to put a peg on you. But if you actually have innovation or you actually have substance, as the case may be, it will be seen. It cannot be hidden. Like they say, light cannot be hidden under a bushel. It will be seen. But if you're the kind of leader that, you're constantly not bringing any values to the table, but you want to be recognized as a leader, you will be restricted. That's why if things come up, you'll be the last person they recall. A global principle to practice is understanding what is required of you at that particular point in time. You cannot carry a Nigerian mentality and go and work in Japan. You can't carry a Nigerian mentality and work in Germany. You can carry a Nigerian, I'm calling places that are not your usual US or UK that people are used to. You can't carry and go to Luxembourg and work there. You have to understand what is the culture. The problem with us is a lot of us do not like to research or like to do the work. We don't want to do the work. So they have transferred you from Lagos to Luxembourg. Outside of people checking what is the weather like, what kind of clothes do I carry, what is the transformation, what money am I spending, people do not take their time to find out what is the environment I'm going to, what's the culture of that environment, what are the do's and don'ts of that environment. In an office setting, what do I do, what do I not do? Which was why I used Japan as an example. Because if you actually are in Japan and you speak in a loud voice or you speak in a tone that is not working with them, it's seen as complete disrespect. So if you even watch some of their, you would see how they talk in their own offices. That's culture. So you can learn it from online, you can learn it from books, you can learn it from, so much is in the internet space out there where you can learn these things from. But a lot of leaders don't take their time to do that, which is why I say self-develop yourself. Improve on your interpersonal skills. When you're able to put all those things together, you come and stand as a global leader beyond borders.
Ugodre Obichukwu, founder, CEO of Nairametrics, offered advice to those facing economic challenges, emphasizing the needs and importance of budgeting, prudence, and avoiding unnecessary debt.
Oh, the bigger lesson is that whenever you find yourself in a very difficult economic situation, always remember that as much as there are challenges, there are opportunities. So what I try to make them understand is there's always opportunities, and new millionaires are usually created in times like this. It all depends on how well you prepare yourself and how well you're ready to take advantage of the opportunities that are ahead of you. And at the same time, I also try to let them understand that in an economy like this, you also need to be very budget friendly. You have to learn to be very prudent on how you spend your money. And then also, this is not a very good time to start to borrow indiscriminately. So I try to explain that as well to some of the participants here.
Mr. Subai Sule, an associate director at Learning and Youth Development, encouraged young people to embrace innovation and think creatively to address challenges.
Or leading with innovation, and that topic struck me because in a country like Nigeria, it will be very tough for you to navigate the challenges that we have without a very strong sense of innovation. And so I had to inspire the young ones around why it is important for them to be innovative and why it's also important for them to see things from a different perspective. Otherwise, they are going to be submerged by the pressure, by these failures of the system that surrounds each and every one of them. So the session majorly dwelled around how can I become innovative? How can I see things, from a different perspective? Because innovation is irrelevant if there is no problem that it is solving. Okay, so we can only give credence to innovation when it is solving a problem. And so if we run away from the problem, then there is no room, there will be no space for creativity, to gain expression in the lives of people. So the session typically is to help people understand that there is a different way to see the problem, and then there the innovative personality within us is spurred up to be able to create something that solves that problem.
Mrs. Funmi Adegbola, the MD CEO of Combined Training Solutions Limited, noted that leadership qualities can be found in everyone, regardless of their position or authority.
It starts with you. It starts with the sense of having a depth of understanding that leadership starts with you. So before you can lead anybody, you need to be able to lead yourself.
Everyone possesses an element of leadership within them, and so they need to tap into it irrespective of jurisdictions, irrespective of offices and authority. We can make an impact. I think the youth in Nigeria just really need to look within, as much as there are a lot of external factors that appears to show that maybe there is a failure in leadership. Externally, I think they also need to look within and say that they have a part to play, and they themselves are leaders, and they need to untap the leadership within them to be able to make the impact that they want to see. So they should be the change they want to see.
Our leadership beyond borders, and the border I talked about was a self-border, how we can lead beyond ourselves, because many people always have to focus on themselves when they lead. I think effective leadership is about looking beyond yourself to shaping the experiences of people. So I talked about shaping the experiences of other people across groups, institutions, communities, and societies. We need to begin to raise leaders that are selfless and not selfish, people that add value and not just consume, people that are contributors and not just complainers. The time that we are in today, I think we need more creators, those who are more innovative than those who are identifiers of the problems that we have. The people who complain will not do much for us today than the people who solve problems. And so my quest, or my desire for young people who lead is keep your focus beyond yourself, keep your focus on the problems you can solve, keep your focus on the things that you can add as value, keep your focus on the innovations that you can bring, and perhaps that would change the polity and our experiences together as a people.
You'd have to make a decision to just get up and go, right? So you have to always be in the room. And first of all, like to commend those that have been here today to be a part of this wonderful initiative by QHSES called Leadership Without Borders. So for those that have been here, this has been very impactful and very insightful. Not only have we had erudite speakers today, but we've also learned that to be a leader with skills globally, you have to be empathic, you have to have a lot of values that would enable you to be able to have a seat in the room where people are talking. Having empathy is a decision you have to make. You have to love people. I am a sustainability professional, and as a sustainability professional, it's all about people, the planet, and profit. You have to put the people at the center of what you're doing, at the core of your business. So to be successful in whatever you're doing, you have to have people in mind. And without empathy, there is no way you're going to be successful. So it has to be a conscious decision. Empathy is a moral imperative of every leader. It's a moral imperative of every global leader, every local leader or national leader. So it has to be a conscious decision for you to be empathic.
We're very grateful that we are having this great leadership event again, the fourth session of this. And the whole idea, as the team says, is leadership beyond borders. So what his intention is to let all of us understand that where we stay, we remain leaders. It takes leadership to do from one place to the other. And that's what KHSC Academy has been doing for years. And I'm very excited to be part of this, to see that Nigerians are beginning to understand that we don't need the president over there to do everything for us in this country. We can do things in our own little space where we have found ourselves. If everybody decides to be a leader in the place where he is, then we have a group of leaders that are making things happen, because leadership is about impact. So the little you do where you are shows your leadership. And when we replicate that ripples all over Nigeria, at some point we'll just understand that everything we need the president to do, we can actually get it done. Thank you very much.
Leadership is germane. You cannot be a leader if you have no people, if you have people following you. It's reiterated over and over again. If you can't replicate or find solutions rather to problems, then you have no business being a leader. And that's what has been said over and over again. So to be a good leader, and if you come to a place like this, you find the fabrics of discussion around leadership. It's been wonderful a time, and I want to thank God for QHSCS that's brought this all together. In the World Safety Organization, in the Safer Global Institute, of course, all about leadership also. In the safety world, you want to lead people, everybody needs safety. Safety is very paramount. And so that's where you could hear from the keynote speaker, Mr. Lubumi Fabanwo, and all of them across the line speaking on the same issue. And it relates to leadership.